Hey, Eric here from OneStarGuitarLessons.com, giving you some songs here that use one chord. So the chord itself might not be that difficult to play, but if you want to make it a little bit more interesting, I'm going to add some little bass lines in there. But otherwise you could use just the one chord and use a strumming pattern along with it. This Aretha Franklin song is a great example of a one chord tune. You could play a C7, or you could put a capo on the 3rd fret, which I'm doing, and your shape becomes an A7. Change, 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 fool. So that's my A7 shape there. What I want to do with it to make it a little more interesting is add this bass line. And you'll see the tab. So what I'm doing is open 6th to the 3rd fret, open 5th, 3rd fret of the 5th string, open 5th, 3rd fret of the 6th, and then you're back into the chord, the A7. You could switch it up if you want, and maybe you want to make it a little more simplified. Or you'd go from the open 6th to the 3rd fret, and then 3rd fret of the 5th to the 2nd fret of the 5th string, back to the open note of that chord. So again. So if you're wondering what I'm doing for a strumming pattern here, I'm actually going down twice, and then I'm going to go on the upstroke twice, and then once in the down again. So down, down, up, down, up, down, up, down. So this next song I'm going to show you here pretty much sounds like they're hanging on a D, but it's a special tuning on the guitar that they're using. However, we're going to do this in standard tuning with a capo on the 2nd fret, and because we still want to use a few bass notes to kind of make it a little more interesting, we're going to put a capo on the 2nd fret and make it a C shape. And we're going to go from the 3rd fret of the 6th string, open 5th, back to the 3rd fret of the 6th string. Bum, bum, bum. Oh, and that's what I forgot to mention, is we're actually going from there. You'll see the tab. And then we're going to actually finalize it on the 5th string open. Alright, so this next one here, again, is a one chord song. We're going to be working mostly with the chord A minor. There's this pattern in there that you'll hear where it's sort of down, up, mute, down, up, mute, down, up. I'm kind of doing a little chicken scratch when I'm muting. What you could do, and again, I'm just adding my 2 cents as far as adding a little bass line, is I'm going down, up, down, up, down, up. You could kind of hit the C, which is the 3rd fret of the 5th string, 2nd fret of the 5th, open string of the 5th. So I'm going Run Through the Jungle. We've got a capo on the 5th fret. You can play a regular D minor shape in standard position. However, by doing it this way, I'm going to floor on with some bass notes and try to make it easier since they're close in proximity here. So we're going to start with the A minor shape, and then what we're going to do is, and you'll see the tab, open 5th, 3rd fret of the 5th string, and that's going to be the 4th string, 2nd fret, open 4th, you're going to end on actually the 3rd fret of the 5th string. So again, it's resolving, A minor shape. Now, I've created another variation that works out kind of nicely. So I go back and forth between the two. So it's an open 6th to the 3rd fret, twice, 2nd fret of the 5th string, then back to the A minor. So here's what we got all together. You can come up with whatever you want, but going back and forth with those, even those little variations, makes it sound a bit more interesting knowing that it's a one-chord song. Alright, so this Beatles song here, we're still going to consider a one-chord song. However, I will do something that uses the main chord and use a different bass note, and it makes it a little more interesting even just doing that. The pattern that I'm going to be using is just a down, down, up, up, down, up pattern. I've got a capo on the 5th fret. We're using a G chord shape. Down, down, up. And then every once in a while, I'm going to use my 1st finger to hit where the F shape would actually be. It'd be in standard, but and relative to where the capo's at, and then back to the G shape. So I don't quite know the melody really well, but I know it starts out, turn off your mind, relax and float downstream, and then this is where it's not dying, it's not dying, lay down all your problems. Here's your chain. Shining. It is shining. Okay, another one-chord song is the Coconut Song. It's a C7 chord. And what you can do is actually just play through the notes. So if you're wondering what I'm doing here, I'm going from the 5th string. I'm just going to name it according to the number of the string. 5, 3, 4, 5, 2, 3, 4, 5, 3, 4, 5, 2, 3, 4. One more time. 5, 3, 4, 5, 2, 3, 4, 5, 3, 4, 5, 2, 3, 4. And what I've done is I've assigned a finger to a string, and the thumb stays on the 5th string. Just remember, the thumb stays on the 5th string. Okay, so the thumb on the 5th string, your 1st finger in the 4th, your 2nd finger in the 3rd, and your 3rd finger on the 2nd string.